Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Nowhere Prophet. I just had an embarrassing experience. I played the first 15 or 20 minutes of this daily challenge while talking into my microphone. It turns out it was not, in fact, recording on account of my hard drive was completely full. So, oops. So I've decided we're just going to start the run over again, and I don't know if that's going to maybe make our score not count for the challenge, since it won't be our first run of the day anymore, or I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We're not doing it for the score. We're doing it because there's a thing to potentially be unlocked by doing it. So the rules for today's daily challenge are compassion. When a follower or construct is destroyed, its leader takes 1 damage. Worth noting, I discovered that damage for some reason goes straight to your health and ignores your armor. It's probably not a big deal, but that does mean that we can't use armor to prevent it from wearing us down over time. And magic. At the end of each turn, all followers have their life points reset to their maximum. You know, like it's some kind of gathering of followers out there or something. So this is where the real challenge starts. We are going to be, I think, a little frustrated by the toughness of some of these enemy leaders. So we talked about the cards that are in our deck here. We start with, your side of the battlefield always has at least 1 empty row, but you cannot gain believer points. So in order to unlock Second Thoughts, we need to earn scholar points. That's the thing we'll be focusing on. Obviously, we want to be building up the strength level of these convoys. And you can see I already made some progress on dismantling experts. For the purpose of this thing, scrap is considered a power, so it's going to be completely trivial to unlock this. And then we get to start with 10 scholar points on runs after we have visited 45 places, which should be easy enough. We'll just play the game, you know. That's one that we don't have to think about. Yes, please overwrite my existing process. Or progress, rather. Story stuff is exactly the same, so we're just going to get in here. Obviously, we're not going to complete the whole daily challenge run in a single video, but I think now that we know a lot of the events, we don't need to read quite so much text and stuff, we probably should be able to move a lot faster. We might even be able to get more than 1 map section per episode, which is where I'd really like to get to. So, yeah, obviously the map is exactly the same as the last time. I don't know if the events at the nodes are going to be exactly the same too. They totally might be. But I think we're going to take the top path. I'm just thinking, like, get some trade goods early on and then go to a market. Seems like a pretty good starting strategy. Maybe we can hire on some new followers. And so that's what we're going to do. That's what I started to do last time, and it's what we're going to do this time. Right next to the road, there was a huge motor wagon that apparently had broken down. Hey, this is not, in fact, the same event that I got when I went to this node last time. So that's interesting, at least. So there's some people working on this truck. Do we want to trade with them for valuables? You know, we started with a fair number of batteries. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. Happy to immediately get rid of some loot. They offered us, wow. Okay, we paid 8 batteries for 18 batteries worth of loot. That's pretty cool. Obviously, that stuff won't be useful till we make it to the market, but we're headed to the market, so. Just off the road, we found an abandoned camp with a whole bunch more batteries worth of loot in it. That's pretty cool. Things are going well so far. Slowly moved the wagons off the path as we heard voices located somewhere in the rock formations ahead. Veiled faces showed up at the top of the ridge and waved at us. We waved back in a friendly manner, and then our new friends started to fire at us. What fun. Okay, so yeah, you can see 15 health behind 2 armor. Some of that's from the difficulty change, I assume, but also some of it's from the modifier. We definitely don't want to start with the Scavenger Savant. I think we can probably drop both of those. I think Beam is a great card. Preparation is maybe less great right now. Preparation's really a later on sort of thing. Okay, I mean, I think we want to just stick a 4-3, right? Let's just start going to the dome. The Union Sapper, obviously, is pretty good, being able to build up armor quickly, but I think in general, I think the best defense is a good offense. And do we want to scrap the other raider in hopes of drawing something a little more impressive? I think let's do that. Okay, that's fine. You throw that guy behind some rocks and have him do his thing. Okay, that guy could be a bigger problem. In a battlefield that only has 2 columns, I'm a lot less worried about him than I might otherwise be. I think we're probably just going to beam the Graham. Or We could just ignore it. I mean, if we ignore it, it's going to kill our raider. So we should probably get rid of it. And this is a pretty good way of getting rid of it and also dealing some damage. Given the rules and the fact that this guy can't actually deal meaningful damage because we just heal up at the end of every turn, I think we're just going to disregard him. Just go to the enemy's face. And then I think our own robust guy is probably of limited value here. Okay, a dozer's a little bit more compelling. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously not ideal. Do we want to just heavy slug that guy? It's an expensive solution. Like, we do have creatures that I would like to be playing. Followers, I guess, in the parlance of the thing. We could black him out, but, like, them having a 3/5 is a real problem. Yeah, I'm just gonna... We'll blow him up. We'll put out our worker, and we'll black out their robust guy. Actually, sorry. We'll black out their robust guy first. We'll just attack here. That still deals 1 damage to their dude because the effect. And then we'll play a worker here. And then next turn we can attack with the worker before playing something else in front of him. And I think the odds we're going to play the Union Sapper at this point are getting pretty low. Okay, the Machine Guard could potentially pop us some auto cannons. That could be fun. Well, this wasn't my plan, but it does seem pretty good, right? Let me just go to your face for 3. Okay, a 6/3 is a little bit less terrifying than some of the other big dudes he's been playing. Well... Okay, that's interesting. Do we have lethal here? No, we have 4 damage, right? Because we don't have any guys with charge. So we could Light Blast plus Beam allows us to kill either of those guys. So actually, we'll be able to do 2 damage from the beam plus 1 damage from one of those guys dying plus... Okay, no, we totally have lethal here. Light Blast, it doesn't actually matter which one. Beam you. And then I think we want to do this so that you get the blessing. There we go. Beam is a pretty cool card. I like it a lot. Alright, we have 46 food left. So do we... I think I want to do an extra node on the way to the market. Boy. We're going to have to hope that the market has food for sale. Yeah, alright, we're just going to have to hope that the market has food for sale. Because otherwise, we're going to have a hard time making it all the way. The people with the batteries, or the people that want our batteries in exchange for guiding us, I think that's worth doing. We don't want to take a bunch of extra wounds or anything here. The road curved up a wooded mountain toward a pass. When we finally arrived on top, we discovered a roadblock had been set up. A group of raiders demanded batteries, food, and half our followers. Obviously, that's ridiculous. Okay, so... Mendicant is pretty whatever in this situation. I think we'll go ahead and drop him. But I'm fine with the rest of these cards. So that is Believer Points, which we actually cannot gain. And an Explosive Barrel that we don't really want to play people near. That's awkward. It's like really inconvenient. We also have a Makeshift Beam Trap. Deal 2 damage to all targets in the opposing row. Oh, that's cool. We might be able to make something happen with that. I think my plan here is going to be, let's establish a sniper back here right now, and then plan to play people in front of him. And maybe I do want to scrap one of these sappers. I probably don't need 2 copies of this particular follower. Ooh, 3/5 rage. That's a little scary. We could just deplete, just buy ourselves another turn. Play our crummy worker. I think I'm fine with that. Get the tempo play. And okay. Worker swarm in that position is definitely interesting. Probably gonna do the same thing. Just play a worker and then play the rioter again. Yeah. Perfectly reasonable. I wish we had a 2 cost. Because I'm all about heavy slugging that dude. Well... maybe we scrap the Union Sapper looking for one? Honestly, I don't think we have any 2 cost cards in our deck. Well, I think he's a real problem. So I'm just going to go ahead and kill him. And hopefully the card that they drew off of that was not terribly good. Alright, that will absolutely let him start hacking through that rock. I feel pretty okay trading worker for the black scale. So let's see, this turn we could do preparation. Make the 3/3 taunt super cheap. Like, if we preparation on the Devoted Guard, we get to play Devoted Guard and then Worker Swarm still. I think that's where we're at. So we do this thing. We play Devoted Guard here. Worker Swarm there, which is pretty great. And just go to the enemy's face, right? There's no reason to attack that guy even if we could. Yeah, I think we're building up a pretty decent situation here. I am reluctant to cycle a Crash Jacker now that their costs are lowered, so let's just drop the Riot instead. Okay, Beam was a great draw. So yeah, it's like almost... there's almost zero chance that we don't have the kill here. And we get to take it probably on our sniper, which is great. They're spending an awful lot of cards making that guy capable of clearing some rocks. That said, you know, honestly, a blessing on the Worker Swarm would be great. Yeah, maybe that's what I want to do. Yeah, alright. A robust guy with 3 power just seems incredibly useful. 16 food, what a find. Alright, let's go get in some trouble. So far the different rules of the thing have not had too much effect on us. In theory, the guys going back to full health every turn should be pretty good for us, right? Because we have some big heavy guys. Do I want to pull the wounded taunt guy? He's basically useless now, right? The worker is, if anything, only better. But I don't want to play a taunt guy who will die permanently if his taunt works. Way too expensive for the start. Okay, interesting. So this thing deals damage to its whole column. Well, we're gonna play around it for right now, but that's annoying. That's potentially gonna be an issue. And we gotta get rid of this thing either way. Let's get a raider down and we'll figure other stuff out later. I think I'm gonna scrap the keeper. It's fine, but I want something that can maybe deal a little bit more damage. Alright, it's an issue. It's more of an issue, because I was gonna just boost our guy to 5/4 and kill it. Does Blackout just loses all keywords? Okay, and applied status effects. So I think now this does work, right? If I black him out, he goes back to 3/3. Then we bolster and devour. And then play a Union Sapper. Yeah, I think that's fine. Crash Jacker's just like really unexciting. Devoted Guard is maybe worse. Potentially worse. Hey, I have a fun idea. Why don't you only play guys who have 4 power? Okay, it's not that bad. I don't actually want to remove the rocks on their side. Okay, There we go. I think that puts us in a pretty good position. Yeah, it turns out our bolsters are amazing with this rule set. I'm gonna pass that guy. Okay, those are interesting. Yeah, now that we have somebody who has 5 health, it's just so much easier to deal with all these dudes. Let's crush one of them, deplete the other one. We're just like playing the tempo game at the moment because it's working really well for us. And then we may as well play free worker. And let's see if we can draw something that costs 3. Hey, we did. Wait, what are the... Is there a way for me to check on what the rules are right now? I can't see the rules for the run. I'm realizing I don't remember if the magic effect was gonna affect obstacles or if it was just followers. Oh no, I guess we know because this rock is back at 2 health. So putting a 2/4 behind this obstacle will mean she never ever gets out because she literally can't kill it no matter what I do. That's inconvenient. I'm still gonna do it. We're gonna experiment with something. Because I'm realizing I'm still not like 1000% on the rules for who can attack obstacles in what, in what positions and stuff. We're gonna experiment with that a little bit. You must stop playing creatures. Okay. Explorer is a pretty good draw. So I'm thinking what I want to do here is use the heavy slug to kill one of the 4 power guys. We're just going to keep doing this thing. Absolutely no reason to let them resolve anything, considering we can control the number of enemies that we have here pretty thoroughly. Alright, are you allowed to attack obstacles? No, because you're not in an attacking position. Are you allowed to... No, you're exhausted. That's right, I attacked with you already. So there's no point in this, and you're not allowed to attack obstacles that are in other rows. Right, okay, so nobody can help her do this thing. Well, she may as well, because when we attack we get armor, but that's a shame. And then I don't think I really want to scrap anything right now. Ooh, that's a problem. Well, let's scrap the preparation. Return target friendly unit to your hand and reduce its cost by 2. I don't think that helps us at all. Oh, what am I doing? We have lethal. I don't have to be thinking about this. Go ahead and feed the sniper the blessing he so deserves. Oh, hey, we picked up some deserters. Not cards that I actually think are good to play in our deck, though. We're very, toughness focused. And especially with this rule set. There's a big difference between a 6/3 under these rules and a 6/3 under the normal rules. Or rather, there's not that much of a difference, but there's a big difference between, a 3/6 under these rules and a 3/6 under the normal rules that makes the 3/6 way better than usual. I see the level up glowing, but we're going to go to the market first. Excellent prices for you, came a voice. Okay, do we want to purchase valuables for food? Probably not. Boy, what do they mean by valuables? You know what? I'm going to do it. Okay, 10 food for 7 batteries was a bad deal. Had to roll those dice, but not good. Alright, let's sell off all of this stuff. Oh, there is a... Hold on. How do I unselect? There we go. There is a sell all button. I was about to say, there should be a sell all button, right? Alright, what does this stuff do? When a friendly follower destroys an obstacle, get a drone? Yo, that seems great. Oh, except that when the drone dies, it'll cause a damage to me. Enemy leader takes damage from a leader card, we gain an energy. That's okay. It's a little bit less good for this deck than it would have been with our last one. We know energy reload, and I like it quite a lot. Stalker traps. Okay. When the construct dies, we'll take a damage, though, right? So we have to be... we have to be a little cautious about things like that. I think we are in the market for buying fruits. And then... we're good on hope. We have some tea. Yeah, we should be more than good on hope for the rest of the map. So, do we want to buy any of this other stuff? The Fab Swarm is, like, potentially interesting. Let's take the Technopathic Ammunition. We don't have as many damage cards, but, like, it'll be really good on Beam. How many actual damage cards do we have? We have a Light Blast. It's also really good on Light Blast. We have 2 beams. And that's it. But that is probably good enough for a thing you can only do once per battle anyway. Yeah, let's take it. At the risk of making the run too similar to the last one. Sorry, it's a weapon. Whip. Okay, and then we should level up. Show me 3 good cards. Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't necessarily think any of these are good cards. Deplete has value. Deplete is a good way of dealing with high health enemies that we can't deal with because of the rules. So I guess that's what we'll do. And then do we want to, sorry, that's not the button. Do we want to pull any people? No. Everybody who's wounded is out of the deck already. Except for the one guy who we're fine with. So, I was going to do some recruiting. But now we don't have a lot of batteries. You know, 15 still might be enough. Also, when we get here and see what's available, we could potentially choose to sell our luxuries or something. The road headed past the ruins of a larger settlement, houses already decayed to a point where they were barely visible under myriad trees and vines. On the former town's outskirts, we were greeted by a grim band of armed locals. They claimed they had cleared the road for our convenience and demanded a tribute. No. We could take a detour, I suppose. It's not that much food. Yeah, we'll just go around. Alright, what manner of followers are available here? Ooh. This unit fights a random enemy unit and suffers retaliation damage. What does that mean? That's strangely worded, right? Because my expectation... I guess maybe I don't understand the fight keyword. My expectation would have been that it already took damage from the enemy unit while fighting it. So the way I read this is that it takes the damage from the enemy unit twice, once while fighting and then again as retaliation damage. But the fact that the line "and suffers retaliation damage" is in parentheses makes it seem more like a reminder than like actual new text. Can I get a keyword on fight? I mean, fight's not a keyword. Maybe it'll be in here. First strike. Yeah, I didn't think so. Well... Attacking and moving. There's no Control F, sadly. Yeah, I guess let's buy it and try it? It's only 4 batteries. It's not like a huge waste if it turns out not to be great. And it seems like it might be great. I don't think I want the line breaker. Dozers are pretty good with the current rule set. We already have 1. Do I want more? Honestly, yeah, I kind of think I do. Let's buy 1 more. Alright, and you two get in the deck. Boy, our curve is heavy. We could definitely use some cheaper stuff, just so that we like have things to do on turns where we need to play a leader card. Our outriders informed us about a glittering metal structure ahead. There was a tangible sense of fear as we approached what looked like a giant artificial hive. I kind of want to sneak in and see what they got in there. Let's try to be sneaky. We hid the wagons a safe distance away and waited for cover of darkness. When we entered the structure, it was buzzing with machines. They hadn't detected us yet. Hell yeah! We don't get any, like, bonus for... Okay. I guess we didn't suffer a penalty is probably what happened there. It's just that we don't know what the penalty would have been. It's really hard to know what this card actually does. I'm going to drop you two. We'll hold on to the machine guard because I want to play him and see the autocannon. And maybe also Riot. This is really a later in the game kind of card. Big fan of Bolster, though. Alright, well, we only drew 3 costs, so I guess that's what we're playing. Which thing is this? Ooh. Okay, we will try to do that. Do I want to scrap something? Honestly, these cards might both be great. I don't think I scrap anything. I think I'm pleased with everything we have here. Alright, so they're improvising up a 2/2, and they got a sniper. Sniper's a problem. I don't know if it's a heavy slug level problem. Ooh, except that beam is awesome now. So we're definitely playing the beam. And then since we know this is going to heal if we don't destroy it now, I guess we may as well destroy it now? I could have energy reloaded the beam. I did not think about it. I think I'm fine with not having done that. I think that's okay. And I guess we may as well just bolster you. Let's just make you big and tough and scary. Do we want to scrap something now that we have a better sense of like what's going on? There's pretty good odds I'm not going to end up playing this Dozer. Oof. I do think the Dozer's better than the Crashjacker here. That's a weird decision. Maybe he has... No? I was going to say maybe he has plans to play something in this row and then also he wants that row available, but no, it looks like he just did that for no reason. Okay, well, I will say this, 4 is a pretty okay amount of toughness in the current situation. To be perfectly honest with you, I think we're probably playing the machine guard this turn. So let's just go ahead and do that. Autogun. Okay. That's a good card for our situation. I kind of want to smash this open so that we can play the autogun. Start of your turn, deal 2 damage to the first... Yeah, man. That could actually be pretty good. Then again, now that we have 3 power, every time we attack a drone, we're effectively sacrificing 2 power. It's a little bit worse than the situation we were in before. Let me cycle the Brain Drain, because I don't think we're going to need a Brain Drain. Okay, Light Blast. Light Blast with the energy reload is going to be phenomenal. I'm just going to go to the enemy leader's face. We're going to let them gang up on our dudes if they want to gang up on our dudes, or just do damage directly to me. That's also fine. And then I am definitely going to drop a pretty significant Light Blast on them. What a weird way of doing that. Well... I mean, I think them having a 4/4 taunt is pretty bad for us, but maybe... No, I guess we just energy reload it. Drop this here. Kill their taunt guy. It's like not totally ideal. And then play a 5/3? Yeah, and no, I guess don't play a 5/3. What am I thinking? They have a 3/1. Crashjacker, maybe? Mendicant is fine. We could also hide this guy and then replay him. We already aren't getting any use out of the autogun. I'm just going to play Crashjacker, yeah. I do wish that there were more spaces free on our side of the field. It's making it a little hard to use this thing. We managed to take down yet another drone. The rest seemed to evaluate things for a split second, then attempted to withdraw. If we let them go, we don't get a blessing, but also I won't take a wound or 3 damage. I think it's fine to let them flee here. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll take that. Even better. Thoroughly emptied the space of everything worth taking. And now we get to go and heal some people's wounds. Also, there's a market, which is pretty good, because we just picked up a lot of sellable loot. The sun had barely risen above the horizon when a small group of people came stumbling down the path. A man and various family members dressed in rags and pulling their meager belongings in a handcart. I will wave them closer. I'm not afraid of them. I'll fight him if I have to. His family looked famished. They were sole survivors of a nearby farm that was attacked by raiders. Okay, we'll take you on. That's fine. So they don't seem great. Wow, oh, never mind. Maybe they're great. Well, the unit or obstacle in the last tile of the opposing row. Huh, okay. Welcome aboard. I'm not going to put any of you on my deck right now. But, yeah, altruist points. We could use those. Standing proudly in the middle of the settlement was a lavishly decorated building open toward the front. Its walls and archways were painted in bright colors. A well-tended garden led up to it. Spotting us and the equipment we carried, a holy woman approached. 2 oxen-cast knights and the curious eyes of some of the believers followed her. Clearly outraged, she scolded us. How dare you bring this tainted technology onto our hallowed grounds? Okay, well, lady, we're not much for believerness, but also I don't want to fight if we don't have to fight with the settlement people. Let's ask for forgiveness. Bowing deeply, we did our best to appear meek, not be meek, but appear meek. With quick words and pleading gestures, we asked for forgiveness from her holiness. Oh, we are but humble travelers. Unmoved, she started to argue with us, but quickly ran out of steam. She was not willing to kill us. Hooray! A few thankful flea casts slipped us some food, smirking. Apparently there's a whole thing happening here that we are not entirely privy to. Okay, so we are pretty good at healing our health and not so good at healing our followers. I'm only missing 6 HP. I think I want to just do this with all 3 of the charges. And I think we can afford to spend the 6 food. And then we will sell all of our garbage and buy demo charge. When you destroy an obstacle, draw a leader card. 2 uses. That's kind of neat. And blast cover is actually like maybe a pretty great card. I think this is worth some batteries. Do we also want to buy a bunch of food? Yes, I think so. It's good to have food, man. It's going to be hard to readjust to not always having as much food as we feel like we need to have. Alright, and now that our people are unwounded, how do we want to change our deck up a little bit? The Trapper might be amazing. A significant amount of the time, the Trapper is going to be amazing. Fury, discard a leader card, draw a convoy card. And also you have charge. Yo, 6 power charge guy. Like, a 6/4 is a little dubious. But, sorry, a 6/4 is as good as usual, not buffed by the rule set, and as such, relatively a little dubious. And I'm going to pull both the Crashjackers, I think. Like, the deck's just getting a little big, and guys who are not impressive really don't have a place anymore. 2 Scavenger Savants, like, I might... 5/6 is something. Union Sapper I like. The Raiders are maybe... I'm going to pull the non-blessed Raider. Devoted Guard. Honestly, I don't know that I like Devoted Guard all that much. We don't have a ton of taunt, though. Well, let's leave it like this. Alright. Let us go forth and defeat King Lizard. This is... We fought King Lizard before, right? The Outriders reported loud animal noises not far off the track. We took an armed group out there finding a large predator caught in a pit. Its hind leg was impaled by stakes, apparently in traps set by some local hunters. Oh, we could let somebody heal it if we had a Shiramist. I'm gonna just leave it. My guess is that if we kill it, probably what we're rolling here is success, gain food, fail, take wounds. Or maybe gain food either way. Yeah, we might gain food either way. Alright, kill it. We shot it in the head, ending its misery. Then we hauled the carcass out of the pit and brought it back to the wagons. It wasn't a delicate meal, but the predator was large, providing us with substantial food. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. And we've seen this thing. The king beast. Oh, that's right, highly venomous. Yo, it has 32 health! That makes highly venomous pretty damn good. Ugh, alright. Build up a position, hit it a whole lot, all at once. I don't think Trapper is what we want right now, and probably not the blockade either. Our sniper should be great for dealing with enemies, though. Keeping stuff off the table while we build up that position I was talking about. And obviously we want these scholar points pretty badly. Okay. Hoping to see a whole lot of real cheap dudes get played here. So obviously we're gonna play our keeper in front of our guy. That sucks. Oh, we're not gonna play our keeper in front of our guy. Keeper's like a million energy. Well, we can bolster the sniper. I need to draw another card. I need. I like the 5/6 better. Yeah, I need something I can play. Oh, hey. That's actually, like, even a good card. So let's play... Blackout cancels his bolster. Plus I bolster my guy. No, that still only gives me 4 health. Well, that being the case then, I'm going to play the Worker Swarm. Maybe we don't even bother with the Blackout. You just, like, eat the 2/2. There's no reason to let a 2/2 live. And then... I guess the way I've done this, I've made this guy killable, haven't I? Because they can trade both their guys for it, because it can't move back twice. I'm going to play my worker out here like this in the hopes that they, in the hopes that the 1/1 gets distracted by it, or like that they get distracted by it to some degree. We'll see if they think far enough ahead to actually eliminate this guy. And playing the Blackout doesn't do anything, so we'll just hold it. We'll try to build ourselves a board position and then go hard for this dude's face when we are built up enough. Yep, they did think I had enough. That's annoying. That's a little bit of a shame. As we can play the Dozer, and that's fine. It's like bolster you. What am I keep doing that. Wow, I was trying. I right-clicked thinking that would like undo the selection. Apparently, it doesn't work that way. Well, now we have to deplete this guy. And you can just like strip a point of armor off that dude because it doesn't have a. There's no cost associated with doing so. And we're at the point where the Dozer's less compelling. I want to see bigger stuff. Yeah, like a Vanguard. That may be what we end up doing with the Blackout. It's just discarding it. Okay, 1/1 with charge. Ooh, pack leader's a problem. Well, I can certainly charge and trade for the pack leader. Then he gets to 6/1. Man, we would black it out first to get rid of the text. And I kind of think we have to do that. Because otherwise we're going to have a really hard time dealing with him. But dude's almost out of cards. We're getting to a really good place here. So yeah, sadly, I think we have to do this. I have to just take the trade. I do like the extra card. And then... part of me wants to trade off my 1/1 so that I can take this thing this turn so that I don't have to think about it anymore. But I guess that's not very positionally efficient. And then... You're not what I'm looking for. That's not actually probably any better. That guy might also get scrapped, honestly. It's interesting. Is he going to give it charge somehow? Nope, he just played a card that didn't do anything for no reason. Okay, I mean, I'm not complaining. Do that. We play like a dozer. I should have had this guy attack and strip a point of armor first. That's just lost damage. Yeah, see, okay. Holding left click to do a thing and then right clicking to decide you don't want to do it totally does work usually. Just not always. I don't really want to heavy slug you. I think I just play a raider in front of the sniper. And then, like I said, we're going to scrap the... I'm looking for guys with more power. That's less power. What do you think? Okay. Poison, pretty good under the current rules. Also, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not. It's terrible, but it kills one of my guys, and so I'm upset about it. Alright, do that. Do this. We can safely hit you for 3. And then I guess you may as well move somewhere else, or you actually like get in a little bit next turn. And this is the turn I kill this thing. Show me something better. Nope. Well, I mean, it's not bad, certainly. Okay. Doesn't that not do anything in that position? Yeah, the unit immediately behind this can attack. Alright. I think I'm gonna have my worker just trade for the Graham, because I think everybody else wants to go to that thing's face. So I think our play here is bolster this guy. Have the dozer eat the poison. And then hit him for 11. And then just play Blockade Union Sapper. Because I'm sure we've got him next turn, right? And I don't necessarily know that we want to scrap anything here. Heavy Slug is like exactly the card you want in this situation. Yep. Exactly. Alright, yeah, just slug this dude. Slugging him doesn't even help. I probably, yeah, I have lethal. So, who wants to take a wound? It's you. You get to take the wound. Okay, and then who do I want to get the kill? Probably you, sorry. I want you to get the kill so you don't go first. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Picked up a couple of beast followers. Wrenchable is, like, very good. Overwhelming Fury, if this is your only follower, +3/+3. Wow. So it becomes a 9/9. I think those are both great cards, actually. We probably want to be a little careful about, like, putting in too much garbage, like, too much expensive stuff. We could really crap up our deck if we're not careful. Let's go to the market and sell our extra fibers. And then let's do some events and stuff while we still have batteries, just in case we run into events that need batteries. Ziggurat was open for travelers, but we had to lay down our weapons. An official invited us to enter the palace. Brought us to a larger tower in the center of the former prison. Okay, brought to a hall and instructed to wait. We've done this before. I do not want to leave Tanis to the Raj. Tanis is too good. Yep, I'm all about arming slaves. After sunset, we met another contact. If Kusumavati is not careful sneaking ahead, she could die here. But there's no indication that there's a role involved. Okay. We're altruists and scholars, just not believers. We don't, I think, want to hire help. We want to, yeah, take on scholar points, I think. I'd like to build up a huge number of scholar points if we can. So we're going to explore the city, because doing that also gives us... Oh, you know what? That said visit the gate. That's probably not the mighty gate that was being referred to by the unlock condition of that convoy, though, right? It's like, it's a gate. Is it a mighty gate? I don't know, maybe. It might be that I just missed a thing. Hold on, before we do that, there's nothing we can buy here for the paltry number of batteries that we have. We could make up to 15 more batteries, which would allow us to purchase a machine gun. Yo, hasty salvos, awesome. We'd have to lose energy reload, though. Ooh, the follower costs 3 or less joins your side. That follower gains sniper. We do have a lot of guys that cost 3. I think I'm just going to take the level up, though. Show me cool stuff. Blinding spray. All target... Ooh, wow. That seems very good. Also, we should remove some stuff from our deck. So, like, hide is a good way of clearing negative effects off your characters. While bolster, I don't think is a great card in general. It's a good card under these rules. It's a better card under these rules. It's still like a local enchantment. Obviously, has some card disadvantagey aspects when you're getting hit by actual removal. Riot is potentially powerful if we manage to get overwhelmed, but I think it's a little bit unlikely to happen with our deck. We're going to be the ones who have all the cards, because our guys are so much less likely to die than many other... yeah, it's probably Riot goes, and then, like... Maybe we don't need all these beams? No, that doesn't seem right. Blackout's pretty useful. I might actually not remove any of these. I mean, hide is certainly very situational. But, like, very situational's fine, probably. I think I'm just going to leave it. I think all of the cards in our deck are actually pretty good. I'm going to remember to equip this, which I totally forgot to do. Okay, let's move on. We can totally do another area. So here, there's a Union Bulwark. There's a dam on this map. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go visit the Scions of the Dreaming God. Oh wait, I didn't... Nah, whatever. It's fine. We'll heal later. I'm just putting it in hard mode. Can I go back? Hold on, we're gonna go back. Yes, okay, I'm still allowed to do this. Thank you. I apologize for my foolishness. Who's still wounded? Oh. Yes. Okay. That was a bit of a waste. So we're totally going to put in the silverback. Like, a 6 cost 6/6 with overwhelming is good enough, probably. I don't know if we should probably play the bull and, like, pull the scavenger savants. They're fine, but I think the 2 cards we just put in are better. Sort of taking that spot. Okay. We have plenty of food. Everything's fine. As the convoy trundled along the road, our journey was interrupted by a hail of gunfire, laughter, and dissonant voices. So people are trying to kill me. Okay. Got it. Only 20 health. Okay. Probably not a turn 1 kind of card. I might discard the worker too. I guess worker in hand means I can heavy slug plus worker on turn 2. Yeah, this is fine. Ooh. Definitely committing the explorer first. In fact, here's a really good spot for him. (3/5) with taunt is probably getting heavy slugged. Because that guy's going to be hard for us to kill any other way, right? 5 is too much. Plus, this is like pretty good tempo. Let's play the worker back here so somebody could jump in front of him if that makes sense to do later, and probably I don't cycle anything here. We could scrap the preparation. Yeah, preparation's not great. Okay, not a problem. Also not a problem. Boy, you sure do have a lot of dudes all of a sudden. It's a shame that beam hits rows and not columns. So beaming this guy would give us another card. I can snipe that dude, and then we could just play our mendicant and be in pretty good shape. I think that's maybe the right thing to do. Oh no, we cannot play our mendicant. Damn it, our cards are too expensive. Well, I think eating their first striker is probably a good idea. We don't need them getting into bolster shenanigans with that guy. He's too dangerous. We don't worry about the 1/1s. Yeah, maybe we just play the Union Sapper, right? Hold on. I'm going to play my Union Sapper in front of this guy. We're really not in a lot of danger here. Okay, Blinding Spray is pretty alright. We have a lot of good ways of dealing with dudes in rows, and not so much with the columns. Okay, I'll take the trade, that's fine. The 2-for-1 there. Well, that stranger's probably getting beamed. Boy, are we just playing 2 beams this turn? I think that might be the move. Go to your face. Definitely beam you, and then... Like, I could play a 3-4. I guess this guy's a little bit better when he's wounded. So maybe we do just run him out and see if they want to card disadvantage themselves into giving me a better version of my guy. Reinforce is pretty good for him right now. That's a pretty weird play. I'm happy to have the beam target, though. That makes beam do 4 damage to their leader. That's a shame, though. How about we just kill him? I guess I could have done that in such a way as to give the Mendicant a blessing, but I don't really want to, right? Alright, that worked out pretty well. I mean, obviously we want to go here, so let's take this top route. Came upon an abandoned vehicle. It had stuff in it. Works out pretty well. So we probably don't get a lot of benefit out of this, unless, okay, I was going to say unless it has an active market. That being the case, we sweep around here the long way, right? We do have a luxury good, remember, so our hope is not too big of a problem. Spotted smoke in the distance. We arrived at a scene of carnage. A group of traders and their wagons had been attacked by hill tribe raiders, but managed to fend them off with heavy losses. They were in the middle of constructing a large pyre. Yeah, we could help them out. That's not a big deal. Okay, two altruist points, and also they gave me their spare grenade launcher. That seems pretty good, actually. Hold on a moment. This is the wrong button. Actually, while we're here, though. We don't need to pull those. I would like to have the opportunity to bless them through battle. So we could lose energy reload for grenade launcher, or we could just dismantle the grenade launcher because blast cover is actually pretty good. I mean, I really like Crash. The fact that Crash can hit constructs while blast cover can't Definitely interesting. Technopathic ammunition is so good with multi-target damage spells, though. Maybe we just hold it. Do we know what level? We do not know what level we'll unlock that at. Is there a way to... No, there's no... I have no access to that information. Hold on. What about in the rulebook in the profit section? Okay. Leveling up. No, as you level up, this number of slots will increase. It doesn't tell us exactly when. Okay, that's the thing we're just going to have to learn and get used to. That's a shame. So that's interesting. There's a gladiator camp over here. We don't really have a lot of money. This isn't what I wanted. Can I really only look at my... I guess I can only look at my cargo in here. Okay, so we have 16 batteries worth of stuff plus 2 sellable luxuries. Maybe the gladiator camp's a good idea. We're wandering off into the wilderness, though. Yeah, let's go see. As the last rays of the setting sun were covering Soma in a bloody red, we came across a fortified camp. Around a central arena that was currently being cleaned of body parts and blood, the gladiator slaves and savage animals were waiting. Okay. We get the idea. Let's sell the garbage. You can buy packs of cards. That's interesting. Okay, so when you die, we gain batteries. Ooh, wow, Pattern Weaver is pretty cool if you have a particular kind of deck. That also seems pretty good. What is a Blessed Marksman? Just a really big sniper. Okay. Interesting. Let's check out the pavilion. We approached the pavilion where the masters watched the action. Here they sat, dressed in exquisite garments, enjoying food, drinks, and the company of some of their prettier slaves. Their well-armed guards kept a watchful eye on us. A weaselly steward hurried towards us and asked about our business and intentions. Well, to be perfectly honest, I'm here to kill and steal. So, we didn't hesitate to put a stop to this vile debauchery. Shanta thrust a knife into the steward who had approached us, and then we attacked the filthy masters and their brood. This is going to be worth some altruist points, right? 33! Wow, I may have overstepped. This might be too aggressive of a murder. Also, what happened to you're guaranteed a row that's clear? We do have that thing unlocked, don't we? I think I'm pretty cool with these cards. Let's not keep the dozer. Yeah. Okay, I like having Trapper up early. Well, I would have preferred to draw it like 2 turns from now, but this is better than not drawing it at all, I think. And we just play the Mendicant. So what does this do? Deal 1 damage to all neighboring targets when this takes damage. Okay, and they have one of those as well. They also have an explosive barrel. All stuff to keep track of. We have a reason not to play dudes in the middle column, which is a little annoying. Alright, let's just establish the Mendicant here, I guess. And I'm not going to scrap anything right now. Do we just deplete for tempo? And we got a lot of damage to get through. I think that's what I'm going to do. We got to start getting it done, right? I'm going to keep the Lancer. Yeah, I think we're going to, again, not do any scrapping. Uh-oh. I mean, if they want to spend 2 cards wounding him, that's probably pretty good for us in the long run. Yeah. And they've created a situation here where their robust guy dies the first time he takes damage. So on the whole, I think this is actually pretty good for us. This guy's barrier is going to be very close to useless because it's gonna get broken immediately. But I think he's a good card overall. Let's get him on the table. Okay. Interesting. Well, we could beam this row and then attack with our 2/5 to kill that guy. Or we could just play the Lancer and see if we get lucky. 3 cost, 3 cost, 1 cost. I might be getting greedy, but I'm going to hold off on the Trapper. I'm going to try to get even more paid here. We're gonna try to get even luckier. So at the moment, they can't put together 5 damage plus the loss of the barrier. But that probably won't be true forever. So maybe I do in fact just take this guy down. It does mean the loss of the barrel. I kind of wanted to save that until it was going to do more damage. But I think I want to do this. Oh, I forgot that was going to draw me a card. Part of the point of doing that was also that right now we can't draw a leader card next turn. Preparation is actually maybe right now is when we play preparation. It's pretty good. I was thinking we were going to play like the Sapper so that I can start getting some armor up. But maybe this is prep time. Okay, now we can draw a card. Ooh, Wild Fury's like very good. Very good on that unit. Trapper's starting to look better and better. Okay, that's a reasonable play. So what's your revenge? Okay. Probably the 3-for-1 with the Trapper is good enough, especially considering how good these cards are. I want to hold out until there's even more available, but maybe that's greedy. Because all these guys are cost 5 or less. We don't have a great way of dealing with the 6/6 aside from Heavy Slug. Yeah, I'm probably being too cute. Let's go ahead and do this. And I think I'm gonna play her behind a rock, maybe. Let's see. I'm gonna play her, then I'm gonna play the Union Sapper probably rather than the Devoted Guard, because I want to start. No, I'm gonna play her in the open. Oh, except I played her in the wrong row. Or in the wrong column. Well, hopefully they don't have time to make that not be good for me. You know what? I am gonna play the Sapper here, actually. We're gonna break this rock and give ourselves 4 rows from which we can attack. And not scrap anything? Or, you know what? This guy's not great. Yeah, let's scrap him. Show me something good. Okay, Machine Guard's better. Choking Fog is pretty serious. Alright, well, you can just attack this rock forever and hand me health for free. That's fine. Then we play the Lancer. I'm gonna be pretty bummed out if the Lancer hits this guy. But we'll have 4 power left. Or we'll have 4 energy left. I could just blinding spray the dude, because the blackout will prevent the robust from triggering. Which is fine. And then we play the Lancer and we know that it will hit the right enemy. Okay, no. So the thing about it suffering retaliation damage is like is redundant nonsense. It just fights the guy. Unless the fight keyword doesn't normally make you take damage, but that can't be the case, right? Alright, that's annoying. We absolutely just heavy slug the 8/8. Followed by us playing Vanguard. Do I get to choose? I do not get to choose which leader card gets discarded. That's a shame. Alright, his position's pretty rough now. I think I'm going to cycle out this other Union Sapper. Well, that's not a great card. And if I play it now, there's a reasonable chance it gets killed. I'm just not going to bother. Okay, 6-5. 6-5 we can deal with. Uh-oh. That's a bad sign. Nope, he just didn't... I think the AI doesn't understand the magic rules. Alright, well... I think we probably just do a beam plus light blast to kill the 6-5. Right? I think that makes sense. We can bolster the drone into a kill on the 3-4 and then just go to the face for 6 and have almost certainly have lethal next turn. Like, this is really, really bad for them. We can't actually play another card in a fighting position, which is pretty crummy. I guess I could play, like, we could play something behind that guy just in case he gets killed. Yeah, let's play the Worker Swarm behind you, so that them killing this guy doesn't prevent me from winning. No, I think I'm going to continue the fight. We have a massive, overwhelming lead here. We are in a position where I cannot imagine me taking any meaningful damage or anything. Okay, cool. So, I mean, I think we want a point of power on that guy, right? So, good cards. We have some okay cards here. The main force of the guards and masters lay dead in the dirt, but the camp had fallen into complete chaos. The pavilion was on fire. There was plundering and fighting going on among the freed slaves. And then we looted the place, because of course we did. The camp had treasure in abundance, so we joined the looting to secure our well-deserved bounty. Unfortunately, the ongoing conflict had also dealt some damage to the convoy. But we were rewarded with riches in turn. We certainly were. Yeah, that made the whole place inoperable, though. That's a shame. Well, let's go ahead and level up. We have some batteries now. Okay. So reset the table. When an enemy unit is destroyed during this turn, the enemy... Oh, wow. Yo, Fear Campaign. What a card. Absolutely give me that. We can work that to some advantage. Alright. Don't go to the pavilion first next time, perhaps. But on the whole, it's a pretty good outcome. I'm okay with that. Right, we're gonna want to pop some luxuries here if we don't get any hope. The winds were picking up fast, and it became increasingly hard to see anything. We told everyone to walk slowly and stay close to each other. Suddenly, we heard gunfire break out along our flank. Attackers had approached under the cover of the storm and kicked off an ambush. How dare they? What a bunch of cowards. Who's coming out of the deck? The Mendicant is actually better when wounded. The Union Sapper is still functional when wounded and wouldn't be a huge loss. Keeper's fine. Trapper's... The Trapper's coming out. I don't even want to take the chance. As much as playing the Trapper can totally just win the battle immediately, we need to be cautious. Alright, probably you're not in the opener. So that's altruist points? Yeah, we want that. I guess let's establish a raider and pass, right? The swarm can probably go down next turn. Do I want to... Let's scrap the hide. Okay, that was a pretty good draw. Yo, 6-3 on the first turn is pretty rough. Let's just reset that nonsense. That's decent tempo, right? Okay, it's a weird place to put that. Also, it's completely useless given the the rules. Well, I'm certainly not in any danger here. I'm a little worried. We have seen the AI attack these things in the past. I'm a little worried that if I don't take this now, I'm not going to get it. Now that they actually have enough damage to make the thing happen. Although I suppose I could just make it so they don't have enough damage to make the thing happen. But that's not actually a better use of my time than just killing the thing, right? Yeah, we'll just kill the thing. And then play our Rinchable. That's a good dude. So, Rinchable... How does this work? Damage beyond the target's health rolls over to the next unit in the row, but we don't take damage from the next unit in the row, I assume. I mean, I guess the thing we're doing anyway here, though, is energy reloading the beam. The plan looked different when I didn't have a beam in my hand. Alright, then you do that. And you just go to the face. I don't really care about the 1 damage all that much, I don't think. I guess I'm going to play the bolster, though. Okay. I could have played the worker swarm, but I don't think it's necessary. Maybe I'm going to find out I'm wrong. Nope. Okay, we win. Blessing on the Rinchable, right? I think that makes sense. It was close. We almost didn't have enough. A flamethrower. Boy, we have a lot of weapons. Oh, interesting. I think I'm going to dismantle the flamethrower. Because Righteous Strength is a very useful card. Yeah. As cool as this is, and it is cool, I think I want that card. That's a good card for us. Alright, a whole bunch of food. Sure, I'll take a whole bunch of food. At the risk of maybe not... I mean, we're not going to make it to this. We're not going to make it to that. Oh, hold on. Before I do anything else, I need to pop some of this stuff. So... let's use one of the things that gives us 12. Yeah, we'll do that. So that if we have to pop another luxury good, we can do one of the 11s and actually gain a whole quantum off of it. Yeah, let's just stay in the difficult terrain. Out here where things are weird. Loud animal noises. Kill the animal. Yeah. Shot it in the head, but as we were preparing to haul the carcass out of the pit, we felt the ground tremble. Okay. So we must fight enemies. Hopefully we still get the food. Okay, still the case that I don't want to mess with any of this stuff. Those are believer points, right? We can't have those. I don't need 2 Union Sappers. If I'm going to play one, it's going to be the one that I'm trying to get a blessing on. And if it ends up dying, it ends up dying. Not ideal, but we'll live. Alright, happy about that. This is a luxury item, so that's pretty fun. I was not trying to have the thing act. I think we play the Union Sapper. Right? That seems pretty good. I don't much like this 2-column battlefield. Okay, I was hoping we'd draw some damage. I might scrap the deplete. Okay, a blackout's not really what I was looking for. I'm just trying to figure out how we're gonna make this work. Because obviously I need to eat one of the Graham dudes right now. That's gotta happen. And then we could beam the other one, or I could just play the Worker Swarm and hope. Nah, we should probably... The beam is safer. Because I could have just played the Worker Swarm and hope that they didn't choose to group up on our Sapper. But trying to maintain a 3-5 on the board is probably worth the effort. Oof, are they gonna actually have the kill there? Yep. They're gonna spend 3 cards for it, but they're gonna get it. Okay. That's not really that bad of a situation. Ooh, boy. Like, I want to get... What am I talking about? I was about to be like, well, I'd really like to get a blessing on the Worker Swarm, but maybe we should play this awesome Mendicant. But actually, we can play them both, so why don't we just play them both? I had in my head that these are both cards that cost 3, which is not always the case. Okay, absolutely fine. Then additional climber. That's... okay. Seems a little wasteful. Stumble's really crappy. Yo, Stumble sucks a huge amount. Well... So we can deplete one of these guys just for timing. We can eat another one of them. I wish I had one more energy. Because if we had one more energy, we could bolster this guy to 3-3 so he doesn't die if he gets attacked, and then he could just get the luxury cash for us without being at any risk. I think I am going to deplete one of them just to buy myself some time to work here. Do that, which I feel totally comfortable with. We'll play... I wanted to play the Raider, too. I think it's probably best we just do this. Put the bolster up instead of playing the Raider, so that at least if they want the trade, they have to either surprise me or pay 2 cards for it. And then next turn we can just move him back to the front line or something. And I am unlikely to want to play a Raider at this point in the game. Okay, there's the Climber we knew they had, and... okay, not a great draw for them. Okay. So we could Beam plus Dozer. That's pretty good. Do I want to... I probably don't need... I don't need to energy reload, so we won't. Eat one of you nerds. Play the Dozer. And then... I guess just eat the other one? I don't really need to do the move forward thing. Well, unless he has damage... You know what? I'll do the move forward thing. We're not in any danger here. And... why not? In case he just goes to my face, which he totally could do, is a perfectly reasonable play. Alright, I think that he's looking pretty out of gas right now. Hey, Brain Drain was pretty alright. What a draw. Doesn't actually matter who we do this with, because we're losing 3 damage no matter how we run it. And he's going to have to really figure something out here if he wants to survive this. Nope, pursue. I'm not done killing you yet. So we want the blessing on the drones, right? I think that makes a lot of sense. This, then this. Alright, 3-2 Robust seems like a great card. I dare say this is going pretty well. Crossing the road, we spotted the tracks of a herd of saltabirds. Oh hey, I love saltabirds. Let's let Mar lead a hunt. Seems to know. Wow. Wow, does she ever know what she's doing? Holy crap. I love food. Have I made it clear to you all that I have a strong appreciation for food here? The path ahead was blocked by barricades. A band of feral warriors sporting primitive weapons and bright decorative scars were crouching behind it. We have a lot of wounded right now. I think I'm willing to pay the tribute. No need to risk the lives of our followers. So we could veer off further into the dark. How much stuff do we have to sell? Not a ton. So the market's not like a huge draw. Okay, we're going to go further into the dark, but I do need to use a luxury first. So like I said, let's go... Yeah, natural dyes. I think it makes sense here. Here, everybody, dye some of your belongings a weird color. And everybody's like, yo, man, I feel so much better. The road passed by a large overgrown complex surrounded by ancient greenhouses and fields. Abirati informed us they had heard of this place. Before the crash, elders studied plants and agriculture here. Oh, that sounds like a useful thing to know about. At the entrance, we met the inhabitants, an entrenched group of well-armed farmers. Their leader spoke from behind a barricade, telling us they were in need of some batteries for repairs. Well, I can't do that, but I do know some stuff. Maybe you need my stuff. They were distrustful at first, but allowed some of us, unarmed of course, to come in and help with repairs. Awesome. First-rate vegetables and fruits. Food is not our problem at this point, though. Okay. Feral attackers armed with spears and guns. I was feeling pretty good about our chances until I read the words and guns. Okay. Again, pretty annoyed about the 2 columns. I think I'm okay with all of these cards. That seems like a bad... Okay, I can play it on his stuff. We can knock an energy cell out of him. I think I just want to start with the Union Sapper. Or maybe we want to play the Sniper first and then the Union Sapper next turn. So yeah, we do this, and we also put a weakened column in the front of one of his things. That seems good. He can't easily remove that, so we've just kind of like made that really awkward. And he has done the same. That is crummy. So I think I'm gonna just go to his face. Sorry, I'm gonna go to his face. I'm gonna play a card as well, obviously. I think I'd rather do the deplete than the heavy slug, because we could heavy slug something that's actually like a lot more dangerous. Basically, what we're doing right now is just trying to buy time until we can get to the Vanguard. So I think I'm gonna actually drop the Worker Swarm. Okay, that guy's not a bad fit for the situation. Ooh. Blinding Spray is definitely interesting. But I don't know that I can play it here. I certainly don't want to attack that guy. Here, we're gonna cycle out Blinding Spray, I think. Like, I kind of think I want to keep Brain Drain. Heavy Slug is a real silver bullet. Okay, I was kind of looking for like a bolster. There, would have been lovely. Because then we could have played Keeper plus bolster on the Sniper, have the Sniper eat the 3/3. As things stand now, maybe what we do is Preparation. Like, Preparation targeting... No, this sucks. This is actually terrible. This thing played here is like screwing everything up so badly. I guess, oh, okay. It only does 1 damage. It's not 1 damage from this for each damage it takes. It's just 1 damage total. So we can totally play the Wrenchable safely here. If I do that, it is going to get killed, though. They'll trade for it, and we know they will trade for it. I think maybe that's fine. Just spend our... Yeah. If that's what they want to do, we let them do it. I don't attack with the sniper right now at all. We just take the 2-for-1 if they want to give us the 2-for-1. And he won't even be actually wounded after this, right? Because he's blessed. So he'll just go to not blessed. Alright, then... Yeah, it does 2 damage to people. We brain drain the 6-4? I'm going to draw a leader card that I won't be able to do anything with. We could draw the blackout, though. If we drew the blackout and got to blackout his spike trap, it would be pretty fun. I think I'm just going to do this. And then we're going to cycle preparation. Aha! Nope. Unit or obstacle. And energy reload's so good. Everybody always has... Damn it, I was about to say everybody always has 1 more toughness than they should have. But you made that much more complicated. Okay, that's interesting. I wish we had 1 more energy so that we could play all 3 of our all 3 of our damage spells all at once here. Well, we can... Ugh, this is a little rough. We have like just barely not enough energy to do the things we need to do. We can heavy slug. No, the +1/+2 was like very, very annoying. That's caused a real issue for us. I guess we can just play the Lancer. The Lancer does just eat one of them. And then it survives. It survives no matter which one it fights. Yeah, and then they're just in a really rough position with me having a 6/6. It fought the... Well, I didn't even think about that as a possibility. Okay, that sucks a lot. Yeah, apparently you don't have to... You don't have to actually be able to attack an enemy unit to fight it. Okay, that seems like a setup for a problem. Ooh, that shifty scavenger is getting heavy slugged, for sure. Yeah, that is crummy. That is really crummy. Yeah, we have to use heavy slug. And then we can double beam this guy with an energy reload on one of them. No, we can't. We can do it with the light blast. Okay. Now you're in a pretty rough position, and I may well get my blessing. No, we're going to continue the fight, thanks. Everybody always wants to surrender. Please don't spoil this for me. I mean, we have the kill no matter what, because we can just beam. Uh-oh. We might lose our sniper, though. What? Oh. What? But why would you not heal yourself? That was strange. Also, apparently he has a healing combo deck, and he's just been keeping all of his healing cards in hand the entire game, so that he could make that incredible play. Weird. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty weird. So okay, when a blessed follower gets wounded, they do become actually wounded. They don't just go back to normal. That's fine. We have a safe place to camp here. So we only get to do one heal. Let's pull out the followers who I don't want to heal. How many was it? Was it 3? Yes. Alright. I want to heal the Lancer. I want to heal the Rinchabull. Probably want to heal the Keeper. And I specifically don't want to heal the Mendicant, although I do want to put him back in the deck afterward. Oh, wait. But I do want to heal the Trapper. Like, that's really important. So the Keeper maybe doesn't get healed then? But then we put the Keeper back in the deck. And maybe not the Worker. Honestly, it feels like a wasted draw a lot of the time. Okay. And we don't have to use a Hope thing, but we may as well use a Hope thing. Alright, let's get back to it. A ruined landscape of industrial installations covered our approach to the city. We could see the Union's banner flutter over some of them, when we heard commotion and gunshots. Out between one of the buildings, a band of Union workers fled, pursued by a group of Union soldiers. The deserters simply ran into our convoy, hiding among us and using our vehicles for cover. Wonderful. Thanks, guys. Very helpful. When a friendly unit is destroyed during the enemy's turn, gain 3 armor. Okay. So we're just going to have to do an absurdly huge amount of damage here. And I don't really have that much health. Well, we'll figure it out, because we don't have a choice but to figure it out. Oh, interesting. Hold on, I don't want to play it this turn. I want to play a guy this turn. That's a thing to think about for next turn. Do I want to cycle out any of this stuff? I kind of want to drop the Keeper. Lancer's good, but this is a little early to draw him. Okay. 2-3 with barrier is fine. I wish that I had some cheaper stuff to play. Alright, I think I'm going to Righteous Strength our guy. Like a 5-4 with Taunt is... I don't know, it's okay. Machine Guard might be good. As it stands right now, they potentially have Lethal on the table, which is all I'm really thinking. I guess we could play Deplete on this guy to undo his... that basically just throws away their Taunt. Then we play the Unstable Power Sal and just get him? Or I have to be really careful about my health, actually. We gotta take away his stuff. He's gonna end up with 10 million armor, and we're just gonna have to get through it. Kind of want to hold the prep. Kind of want to hold everything. Maybe I could scrap the machine guard, but maybe I shouldn't be scrapping stuff at all if I don't have to. Like if I'm not looking for something specific, because we're actually in a position where we totally could just run out of cards here, right? We're gonna have to get through, like, we're gonna have to get through close to 100 points of enemy health. So, gosh, I wish Lancer cost 5. This would be a really good moment for him to still be wounded. Well, I can't kill you. Yeah, I really can't do much about that. What we could do is... You're a 2-5. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of options, do we? We can play the Mendicant. Move the Devoted Guard behind the Mendicant. And then that way this guy's out. Well, that means this guy just hits me for 1 million, right? I could 2-for-1 myself to get rid of it. Actually, no, I can't. I can't afford... Well, no, sorry, I could play the Blinding Spray and just go to the Dome. I was trying to come up with some kind of Righteous Strength play. Obviously, that's not good. We have a really hard time dealing with a 4/6 taunt. And if I can, if I can clear the table right now, I have a really easy time then sticking the 6/6 and just having a terrifying 6/6, or rather an 8/7 forever. I think what I'm actually going to do here is just play preparation. We're going to play the Mendicant. We are going to move behind the Mendicant. I'm going to let him... Man, maybe I'm not. I'm debating whether I can stand the 4 damage versus just letting the Devoted Guard die. I think we're just letting the Devoted Guard die, actually. It's just 1 death. It's just a little death. Okay. Ooh, I wish I had more. Yeah, this will get better later. Right now we play Lancer. And... what if it fights the wrong target? Like, if it fights this guy, that actually puts us in a pretty crappy position. If it fights this guy, we have 2 energy left, which is not enough to do anything at all. Yeah, that's a little awkward. The other thing we could do is just play Trapper. And that kills my Mendicant, though. It's really powerful, but it kills my Mendicant. Oh, and also, she blows herself up, which is not ideal. And if I wait, she actually will kill... Yeah, because of the way that we've altered their costs, she'll kill my other guys as well. Alright. If we Blinding Spray here, it blacks this guy out, then kills him? And then that means that yeah, actually, that's the play. Because the blackout will remove the barrier. It also removed the text on this so we don't get the food, but, you know, whatever. And then we give you plus... No, that only gets you to 5. Shoot. I had this... In my head, this made sense. Alright, we're gonna eat you and then probably just die. Oh, right. Taunt. Words on cards mean things. Do I guess I just bolster, or maybe even play the Righteous Strength? 5/5. 4/5 and 5/5 are not different in this situation, right? Yeah, I do this. And then you trade for this guy. Which is unfortunate, but it's the only thing that can happen here. And then next turn we are probably playing the Trapper. Okay, a Madman's Curse is pretty bad for me. They're just gonna kill me. That's their plan. That's their brilliant plan. It is fairly brilliant. Boy. Okay. You have 2 cards left. At this point, I think we have to play Fear Campaign into Trapper. It leaves me with nothing on the table and you with nothing on the table. It doesn't kill... Oh man, it doesn't kill the Madman's Curse. Okay, so that's not really an option then, because we do have to get that off the table right now. Energy Reload the Beam, followed by an attack. That leaves me with 4 energy with which I can, like, play the Lancer to eat something. No, that doesn't work. I'm actually just gonna die, huh? Yeah, I think so. If we... we can't play the Vanguard because I need to kill everything on the table, basically. Beam plus Lancer plus attack is the thing. That's what it is. So we gotta do the beam thing. Oh no, that doesn't work. That doesn't solve it. Because that leaves them with one attacker. And it could be this guy. Actually, no, we can kill him with the Crash Checker. Okay, so let's start with the Lancer. Let's play the Lancer and see what happens. Alright, that was the best possible version of that thing. So now we can go energy reload the beam, because the Crash Jacker being dead means that now we can use this guy's attack here. That really clears up the board, and if he has any way of dealing even a single point of damage to me, I die. But if he doesn't, then maybe I don't, but only maybe. Because it still works if he ever gets a way of dealing a point of damage to me. Okay. Please stop drawing. Actually, that's fine. Him trading a leader card for a convoy card is okay. That's annoying. Okay. So we can kill... Not enough of these guys. Do I actually have to use Trapper killing most of my stuff? No, because... Oh, no, wait. Yeah. For a second there, I thought Machine Guard was the guy who gets taunt if the enemy has 4 or more guys. Well, let's... We're gonna have to scrap here. So I have to kill everything on the table. Yeah, that's not a unit. So we can attack 2 things, we can heavy slug 1 thing, and that's not good enough. If I have 1 health, I'm killable. And we can't heavy slug plus play our charge guy. So we need to either have another damage card, or we need to have the guy with taunt. We're more likely to draw a damage card. That's a damage card, because that lets me bounce this dude. So we kill. What's his cost right now? Is it 4? So we could Fear Campaign and get the other convoy card out of his hand. It's very frustrating to me that he drew a 1-cost follower. It was like the worst possible moment for that. So hide plus play that guy again is 5 energy. I'm a little concerned that returning him to my hand is going to wipe his effects. I guess the hide reduces his cost by 2 anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the Fear Campaign. We're gonna get that other card out of his hand. Wait, is that? So I need to attack first, obviously. Attack you, then kill you, then heavy slug, hide, play him again. So that's all 8 of my... Yeah, so I can't play Fear Campaign. Playing Fear Campaign would have killed me. Let's hide you. Play you. Oh no, see, now I can play Fear Campaign though, because now he costs 2. So sure. Let's get that other card out of your hand. Oh, except I should have played the Heavy Slug first. I guess it doesn't actually matter. Because either way I do this, he ends up with 1 extra card. I needed to play the Fear Campaign first because I needed to be... Yeah, I need to be actually doing my energy math correctly. Oh, it doesn't matter. It turns out he had lethal just sitting in his hand no matter what. Oops. Well, with our Prophet fallen in combat, we are at the mercy, etc. Game over. It is definitely a more difficult difficulty. This is definitely a more satisfying thing. We did unlock custom games. We will not be playing one anytime soon, probably, because, you know, we gotta get through, like, the real games on the difficulties and stuff. So yeah, I think that was interesting. If we had managed to get through that fight and heal up at the next, the stronghold at the end of the map, I think we totally could have pushed on and maybe gotten somewhere. That I was feeling pretty powerful there. So let that be a lesson to us, I suppose. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time on Monday for a new run, probably another daily challenge, because we didn't find whatever the thing is to unlock that convoy. And we'll see you then.